Welcome to another Let's Play of Geoguessr. Now, normally we set the timer for 2 minutes on these things, but there's a bug that is plaguing Geoguessr at the moment that hopefully they will fix soon, where on timed games you score 0 on most rounds, despite the fact that you were due actual points. So, rather than run it with the timer this time, I'm going to keep my own time on the 2 minutes. It's not going to be on screen, but I'm not going to exceed it. I've just got an iPod by the side of me, and I'm going to be using that as the timer to avoid this bug. Okay, as usual, the challenge link is in the description of the video. Let's see the world. Okay, 2 minute timer started. We are in the plains. There's some big red mountains over there. People are driving on the right. Let's look for a road sign. What was that? That was not English. Area de descanso at 500 meters. Let's see. 80 kilometers an hour maxima. And radar in operation. So are we in Spain or some Spanish-speaking country, I wonder? Or is that Portuguese? I can't tell the difference. Let's see. Now, the best thing that we could find here right now is the URL on the side of a truck. But I don't think we'll be that lucky. Certainly not with this truck. We've got 52 seconds in, got about a minute left to go. So far, I haven't really seen much in the way of clues. What I would normally go for when it's something like this, and I don't know where it is, I ordinarily would go Brazil, but Brazil is a very risky move because even if you've got the country right, you can be miles off. And if it turns out to not, oh no, we're in Mexico. Okay, we're on Mexico Route 15. Can we find that on the map in the next 30 seconds? That is the question. Route 15 in Mexico. I see a lot of 3-digit numbers, no 2-digit numbers. 15, so maybe up north they go to 2 digits, 16, 10, 15. Let's see, we've got about 15 seconds left to go. Hermosillo is 50. Nogales is 327. So I guess we're going to be around here somewhere. Got 5 seconds left to go. There we go. That's not bad at all. 133 miles away. We're actually south of Hermosillo, but I didn't have time to check out exactly to try and trajectorize where we were. Oh yes, Nogales is up there on the US border. So yeah, we would have had to be south of it. But that's 4,300 points there. Pretty happy with that one. And let's continue and hope for some for more luck along those lines. Working together to prevent crime. 1-800 number. I guess we're in the United States. That may be an unfounded assumption. But it looks like we may well be. Well, it's a very flat area. Let's go that way instead. It looks as though there may be something on the horizon there, maybe buildings. So we may find more clues to our liking along there. Yes, indeed. Oh, but we can't go that way. We can't go any further that way. Well, that's a pain. I guess the Street View car just stopped in the middle of the road there, ran out of petrol, and didn't go any further and didn't take any more imagery in that direction. That's a shame because we looked as though we were getting somewhere. Annoyingly, I didn't put the timer on for this round, so I'm just going to have to play it by ear. I'm not gonna just take the piss here. I will try and keep to what I think is likely around 2 minutes, which means I suspect I have got about 45 seconds left. Let's see if we can get anywhere in that time, but I'm just going to have to drop a pin, I think, somewhere in the Plains states, because, well, we have a few little hills here, but it just seems featureless. Any mountains in the distance? No, I don't see any. Just this very undulating countryside. So I'm just going to have to drop a pin somewhere in, let's go Kansas, and hope. Okay, well, we were looking much further north, actually almost on the Canadian border there. No, we were actually in Canada. I wonder if we were getting close to the border there. So, yeah, so rather than being in North Dakota there, we were actually in Saskatchewan, only just. So that puts us about 750 miles off course there, but still a couple of thousand points for round 2. Round 3, the timer is on. This is Norway or Sweden, I would say. Let's go downhill. Going downhill is likely to hit more civilization than going up, I would say. But this is a switchbacky road that we have here. And it may take us some time to get down to the bottom. This looks very beautiful. I would say this is Norway. Let's see. Right, okay, yes, definitely Norway. Hollandsvika and Åsen. Not places that I've ever heard of, but I would say this is a fjord. I would say we're somewhere in the west part of Norway. The west part of Norway, though, north to south, is very, very, very long. It's a very tall country, so that doesn't get us a huge Elsfjord Kirke. Right. Okay. So we are. Yeah. I'm moderately certain that we are somewhere in close to the west coast of Norway. And judging by the greenness of the vegetation, I would say we're not in the far north. We're probably not up in the Arctic Circle here. So that narrows it down a little bit. We've got about 30 seconds. Still to make our guess. I don't think we're going to get any further here. So let's zoom in on Western Norway. I would say we're going to be, well, what was it called, Elsfjord? I'd say we're going to be, let's look around sort of the sort of Bergen area. There, a little further inland than Bergen. And let's make our guess there. Okay, well, it was actually quite a way further north. Yeah, here's our Elsfjorden. Here's our fjord here. Yeah, so quite a way in. This is yeah, so where's the nearest town? Well, I don't know this part of Norway at all, but it turns out, well, we still got 3,000 points out of it. We were about 430 miles from our desired location. And round 4 begins. This looks like we may not have much in the way of freedom of movement in this place. Okay, some sort of a temple maybe, or maybe just a place that looks similar. Now this text here looks like it might be Thai. Can we go in? Oh yeah, I guess we can go in. So that's our 2 locations. We can see those 2 things. I reckon we're in Thailand. I don't think we're going to get much closer or more specific than that. But I think this script that we see written everywhere is the Thai alphabet. So, well, it's not that huge a country. I think if we put a pin in Bangkok, we don't risk getting too far wrong. Okay. Well, it was India. Curious. It seems I don't know my scripts at all. Yes, we were in this place here. Right, we were in Thondi in Tamil Nadu. So I obviously need to revise my Asian scripts here, because I thought we were looking at this sort of script here, as you can see in the place names around Bangkok. And it seems we were not. It seems we were not looking at anything of the sort, and we were looking at Sanskrit writing or something. I wish I knew. But 1,000 points, they're not too bad. At least we were in the right part of the world. Round 5, and the timer is running, and we are in a plain. No overtaking. We are in a place that drives on the right. and speaks Spanish or Portuguese. Okay, we're on Brazil. We're in Brazil on Route 60. Now, what we can do, now this normally doesn't work too well because of the size of the country. By the time you've zoomed in enough to get road numbers in Brazil, you just have a vast amount of country to pan around. So it's worked for me before, but finding Route 60 in Brazil is probably harder than it's worth. But we do have some time, and I don't think we're going to get anything else in the way of clues. We've got about a minute, and here we are, 60. Okay, so 60 goes quite a long way, actually. But it looks as though it goes this way, all the way this way. Please don't go across the whole country. It looks as though it stops there. So I think the best thing we can do is, if those are the ends of 60, is to put our pin somewhere in the middle and hope. Okay, 250 odd miles away. We should have been on the other side of Campo Grande there. But 3,808 points. Very happy with that. Which gives us an overall score of just under half of the possible points in the game, 14,631. Well, that's it for this week. There'll be another round of Geoguessr next week. Thanks very much for watching.